Good afternoon, everyone. Well, it's Robin Carter with Robin's Creations here, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the March 2022 paper pumpkin called Beyond the Horizon. So I just got this in the mail today and thought I would do an unboxing. The only thing I have done so far is take off the outside wrapper so that we'd be ready to go. If you're new to my channel, I'd really appreciate if you would subscribe by hitting the subscribe button below and like and share and ring the bell for notifications of when I post a new video. If you are already a subscriber, I thank you for your subscription and I hope you enjoy this video. So let's get started. First of all, I do like the box. It's very pretty. Oh, we have some ribbon and a Misty Moonlight ink spot. I'll give you a closer up of the ribbon. Let's open that and see what it looks like. Just have to crack the seal around it. Oh, it's a nice cotton ribbon, and I think there is some like this in the annual catalog. If you'd like to get some more of that. And then, as they had said, we are going to get two stamp sets this time. So let's look at the one that we haven't seen yet in the previews. Let me put this behind it and see if that helps a little bit. It has a thinking of you. It looks like the design, kind of like the box. Hello, a thanks, a leaf, a little note, congratulations, and I will always be here for you. So let me get you a close-up of that. Okay, and the bonus stamp set, which we have seen in the previews, but I'll just give you a close-up of it too. They said this would be a two-step flower image. That looks nice and big and pretty. And it's a big set, so here it is compared to my hand. So it's about the size of my whole hand. The sentiments on this is time to celebrate, right here. Sending you birthday wishes, best wishes, and the celebrate. So there we go. And like I've said, one thing you should always do is test your stamp sets to see if they ink well. So what I do, even if I know I'm not going to do this kit for a while, which I'm not going to wait, but if you were to receive your kit, always open them up. Take the plastic off of your stamp sets. And then I'm going to get just a light crumb cake ink. And I'm just going to ink it up while they're all there. Okay, so very easy. You could do this with a spot or your spot that came in the kit if you're new and only have that spot. Okay, and then I'm going to get my Pierce mat because it'll help with the photopolymer stamps. And I'm just going to flip it over. Give it a gentle rub like you would if you were stamping it with a block. Especially your sentiments, you want to make sure that they're good. And it looks good. It's not the best impression, but I wasn't going for that. I'm just making sure that the stamp was not defective. I have one time received a stamp that was defective and Stampin' Up! Replaced that for me. But Stampin' Up! Only guarantees their paper pumpkins for 90 days. So it's also best to do it while they still have some. So as soon as you get your kit, always do that. And let's test the second one. And probably on these more solid images, I will take a white eraser and go over those so that I get a better impression. So let's check these. Yep, I can read everything, so it looks like my stamp sets are good. I'll get my chamois a little later and clean those off. Because I do not see it on my desk right now. I know I had it yesterday, but it is somewhere in hiding. So let's get back to the box. Here's a big thank you. So this says, we're so grateful for your subscribers. We decided to put 2 stamp sets in the kit. And then the opposite side of this shows a hint about what the April kit will be. The change is beautiful. So I'm looking forward. Maybe we'll get some more sneak peeks like we did with the March kit. Okay, I like the white tissue. And I don't know about you, but I kind of keep the tissue in a stash of stuff that I gift wrap things with. And so yellow will be a nice change. I can tell I love the colors already. So let's crack it open. I can tell I like the rhinestones. It looks like the iridescent rhinestone gems is in the annual catalog. So if you like these, yeah, it looks just like it. I think I have my package over here. I do. So it has the same design, maybe a little different reflection of color. I don't know if that's showing. You get it more in the center. Okay, and then our Stampin Dimensionals. I got an extra backing there. I'm not sure how that happens. The envelopes. So we have 1, 2, 3 of this design. It's looking like pale papaya. We'll look at the coordinating colors in a second. And the inside. And one thing I'm always interested in, does the design go all the way down in? And it does go all the way down to the back. So I will not use these to send in the mail. I will make alternates with envelopes like this. Same with this. Oh, I like that Misty Moonlight spot. And it goes all the way down. 3 of those. Wonder if that's Daffodil Delight. Oh, and I really like this. I love the design of the box. So those are going to be fun to make alternates with. And now the card bases. So unfortunately this is just single-sided. So it might bend a little bit, but nothing to be concerned about. I can straighten that out. So I have 1, 2, 3 like this with the mountains. Here's some labels. I don't know if you can see those. And so these are labels as well. And then we're back to the watercolor look card bases. So 3 like this. Some die cut pieces. Those are strips. So there's 3 strips. And then same here with, looks like Evening Evergreen. 3 embossed panels. So there, I think that shows the embossing. And then 3 fun card bases like the box. So I like that design. Some more die cuts. These are just, there's 3 polka dot, 3 of this design, and some green. And then the fun detailed die cut pieces. Let's see, 1, 2. We actually get 3 of these sheets. So you have a fun leaf here we can punch out. And then, you know, if you wanted to, you could use this as a stencil and a sponge dauber to make additional leaves. There's some grass. I'll punch this out. I don't think I showed the leaf. The leaf and the grass. And then one more bigger leaf. Nice size there. And then the mountains which coordinate with a set in the kit, which I'll show you in a second, and just another fun die cut. So you get 3 sheets of this. And there's my spots. Now, I love the spots. A lot of people prefer not to use them, but I especially like them when I have a gem or something that has lost its stickiness. I use those for that. Okay, and then the directions are always under this thing. So let's look and see what the coordinating colors are. Bumblebee, Calypso Coral, Evening Evergreen, Misty Moonlight, Night of Navy, Old Olive, and Pale Papaya. And so this shows all the kits. This shows an alternate that they have made. And then the directions, this shows the cards as they are intended to be made. And I do like the new colored pictures. And rather than written directions, you get information like they put a glue dot here. So it's dimensionals on the label. Yep. And I can tell you already, although I love this design, I don't want to cover up the pretty background, so I will probably do something else with the mountains, so I don't cover up that pretty watercolor background. But there's the cards with the instructions as they're to be made, and this set coordinates with the On the Horizon product suite. And so this is the stamp set, so I can see it's going to be really fun to take any of these 2 card bases and add more grass, or put the trees in on this one. The birds can always be flying in the air on this mountain picture. I think that would be fun. And then, of course, the die cuts. Where did I put those? I just had it with the paper. Oh, here it is. You can cut additional mountain scenes with the die cuts. And of course, this cute little fence, this really drove me to the suite. And you can create additional landscape pieces if you would like. So I really like the dies. And what I do with the dies is I put them on a magnet, and then I write how many dies are in the set. Because even though it says it right down here, I like to just be able to look and then count to make sure I have all my dies before I put it away. And then the beautiful paper. So you could use the same sort of design. I've already cut some of mine up. But there's this beautiful paper design just like the watercolor look here. So those would coordinate and expand your kit. Let me see if I can find the card I made with the DSP real quick. Well, of course, that is not here, but I will be showing it later when I do my alternates. I can tell you already I made a mini Slimline card using half a sheet. And if you've seen any of my videos in the past, you know I do my mini Slimlines to 6 1/4 by 3 1/4. That way a 3 by 6 piece of designer series paper would fit perfectly on that. So that's a good way to expand your 6 by 6 paper. And I apologize for not being able to lay my hands on that card. I will put it on my blog, and there will be a link to my blog post in the description below. So there is our unboxing. I look forward to working with this kit and coming up with alternates. So one thing I will do real quick is show you how I open up the envelopes. So I get my Stampin' trimmer. Stampin' trimmer, and rather than tear them open, I take a small sliver off of each side. So just a small amount, because you still have a big enough panel when you take this out that you have to trim it to fit a standard A2 card base anyway. So this way you can open it up and use this whole sheet for alternates. And if you don't fold your envelope, like I can't even see the line of where that would fold right now. So you could expand that up to here. And I do usually trim off the adhesive part to use. Alright, so there is that bumblebee envelope. Let's go ahead and do one of each one so we can get a better look at the inside. My full camera, so just a sliver off of that, and a sliver that side. So we have a fun polka dot Missy Moonlight there. And we need to do the pale papaya one. Again, just a small sliver off the side. Oh, and I didn't get that. If you don't get it all the way, I prefer you take your scissors and trim it off. Snips, or don't move it and make sure it's come off first. So you could try to reline it back up. The best thing is not to move it out of your trimmer until you know that comes off. Okay, and a fun grassy vine. Now this reminds me of the new decorative masks that are here. And I did just see that card that I made. Here it is. So I used the Friendly Hello celebration that was available, and I did the decorative mask to make that vine. It's similar, just kind of reminded me of that. And while I was looking for that, I did find the mini Slimline card I made with just half a sheet of the designer series paper. Oh, and one thing I didn't mention is these little enamel rocks they're supposed to be. Those would be great to add to this paper pumpkin kit, which can be purchased in the online store. So if you make a purchase with me, you will receive any of my PDFs that I make when I use my alternates, and I will have a host code in the description box below, so you can follow that, and then I will be able to send you any PDFs of the alternates that we make. And if you subscribe to my paper pumpkin kit, you will get a sleeve to store your stamps in. Let me show an example. So this was the last one. So it's a little sleeve you can store your paper pumpkin stamp sets in, and keep them in your desk rather than in a box, so you can use them whenever you're creating a card. You can add stamps to your collection. And then I also provide a 1-inch square of the ink, coordinating ink, because if you store it upside down, like I store these upside down, I like to be able to see what color that is. So I store them upside down so that the ink stays on the top, kind of like our full-size pads. So there's our unboxing for the March 2022 paper pumpkin. I hope you've enjoyed seeing everything, and I look forward to working with this kit. Have a good afternoon. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.